What's up, golfers, gearheads, and numbers nerds? I'm Josh Trevokis, coming to you from Total Fit, and today I'm here to launch our brand new information portal and YouTube channel, where we're going to share our 18 years of experience custom fitting and custom building golf clubs at the highest level. Now, before we start dropping a whole bunch of content about how to have a successful club fitting, we thought we should start with the basics. What is a club fitting anyway? And this is important. And it's important because 75% of what is being promoted to you today as a custom club fitting is nothing of the sort. And this is a huge problem. And it's a big problem too, because not only do these fittings not help you, often they're downright detrimental to your game. In fact, I would say over the last 5-10 years, there have been more people hurt by custom club fitting than have been helped by custom club fitting. And this is not because custom club fitting doesn't work, but because you guys are not getting custom club fittings. First off, you can't fit a full set of golf clubs in 15 minutes. It's just not possible. If anybody's telling you that, you should run. You see, players are just not that consistent. So during a club fitting, we're going to need to gather a large sampling of data and do it in a specific and organized way in order to have any chance of proving club performance attributes as compared to player variance. Here at Total Fit, it takes us roughly 3 hours, and you can get closer to 4 if you throw in a putter, to fit somebody for a full set of golf clubs. And we never recommend you even do that all in one day. Player fatigue and concentration just becomes a huge problem as people start hitting balls for longer than 90 minutes. So we usually like to break these into 2 sessions. Second, you're going to need the proper equipment. And I'm talking about either a GC quad or a TrackMan. You can't get fit on one of these simulators you see in golf stores because they're wildly inaccurate. They don't actually gather the data that we need to gather for all our critical measurements. So if you're using bad technology, your fitting is compromised right out of the gate. And the third thing you're going to need, and probably most important, is going to be an expert custom club fitter. You see, as more and more golfers are demanding custom club fitting services before they make a purchase, everybody and their grandmother has got into the fitting game. You got your green grass pros, you've got your big box stores, you've got driving range guys, you've got your national fitting chains, and you've got independent custom fitters like ourselves. Well, most of those people I mentioned didn't become expert fitters overnight. They just all of a sudden started offering fitting services. Maybe they got a couple fitting carts from the OEMs and said, we're now custom club fitters. But that's not the way it works. Custom club fitters need to know an enormous amount and have solutions for a huge range of different problems that you encounter as you go from one golfer to another. One guy hits it too high, one guy hits it too low, one guy hits it left, one guy hits it right, one guy has too much spin, one guy has too little spin. And you need to know not only what the ideal solutions are for all of these situations, but you also need to be able to adapt to what a player can physically do and come up with what I call the player ideal is, or the best possible outcome at the end of the day. So it's not that easy that everybody can overnight become an actual custom club fitter. Now on to the catchy subtitle of this video. If you're sitting at home thinking my fitting didn't have any of that stuff he talked about, well, that's the reason your club fitting sucked. Now, there's a whole bunch of other reasons your club fitting could suck, and we're going to address those in part 2 of this series, where we break down our actual fitting process step by step and tell you what you need to do to be successful.